January blues.
January is a really hard time of year. I don't know what it is about starting the new year fresh that makes it so depressing.
Everyone I know is having a bad time. We're having a bad time.
Yeah.
January is so shit. I know that it's definitely a crash after the hype of Christmas and everyone's got loads of money and presents and family and food.
And it's also a very stressful time of year.
So
stressful. I think Christmas has so much stress involved with it, an expectation. Everyone's just they are just so pent up for this time of year, and then suddenly crash after the New Year's parties as well. Crash.
Yeah, massive crash, because people are either drinking or getting on it, and you end up just fucking dying the next day. And you've had a big holiday and you expect, it's finally time where I can chill, and it's the total opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
You do not have time to chill over Christmas and New Year's.
I was so tired after I had 2 full weeks off, and I was like, I am so tired. I need another holiday.
You need a holiday after the Christmas holiday.
It's actually ridiculous.
It is. It's a nightmare, and everyone comes back to work feeling like shit, and they haven't had enough time.
Everyone's getting ill as well. There's so many office lurgies going around.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like I'm battling one.
I've been battling one for the whole first week back of work. I felt like a little tingle at the back of my throat, you're gonna get ill. It's like, no, I can't get ill. I've only just gone back.
It must be because, you're at the beginning of a brand new year, so you've got the whole year out in front of you, and you've just had a whole year gone by. So it really puts how fast things are moving into perspective and what you're doing with your life, and you have an existential crisis where you're like, who am I? Do I really want to be at this company anymore? I fucking hate everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
Do I want to be with my partner? Do I want to be single? All this kind of stuff.
And you're setting New Year's resolutions, so you're kind of picking apart all the things about yourself that you want to change. What in your life do you want to change? Everyone's like, oh, I want to lose weight because I put on so much weight over Christmas. I ate so much, and then I drank so much, your liver's oh my god, help me, I'm dying. I personally have just drank every single day for 2 weeks over Christmas, every single day. Now I've decided to do dry January, so that is definitely another thing that you don't think is affecting you, but it is.
Oh yeah, physically your body is what the hell is going on? You've been feeding me this delicious poison and now it's not here anymore.
I know, and also it's so addictive. Yeah, you forget how alcohol is actually addictive.
And not to mention the weather, especially in the UK, it ends up you're oh yeah, Christmas, it's actually not quite cold, and you forget how fucking cold it gets between January and March.
Oh my god,
it just gets worse and worse, and you're you leave the house and you're it's so cold. We were talking today about how cracked our lips have got and how dry our skin is.
Yeah.
Just from going from a hot place, hot work, hot house.
Yeah.
Hot home.
I've literally just been
outside.
You have to put lip balm on all over, just to get by.
I've been constantly applying that.
Yeah, it's just oh my god, and I get really stressed when I don't have my lip balm. Thanks.
So there's a lot of shit that goes on in January that we don't think about or we forget because it's been a whole year. I feel awful right now. My anxiety is back so badly. I can't sleep. I'm eating shit. Actually, no, that's a lie. I'm not eating enough at the moment because I do that when I stress anyway. And you need to find something that keeps you stable.
Yeah, I'm doing the opposite. I overindulge when I'm feeling really shit. So I've been eating crappy foods, just overindulging, even though it's just been Christmas, and I've been doing that for the last 3 weeks anyway.
Yeah.
It's still just I'm just not able to stop.
Yeah, because it's comfort. All of it is comfort. It's all I want to do is I don't want to go out. I just want to stay in. I mean, it's the weekend and I just can't wait to go and watch a film in bed.
I know. I just want to go on the sofa, switch on Netflix. But you know what? That's nothing wrong with that.
There is nothing wrong with that. You've had a whole month of partying in December, going out twice a week, 3 times a week, maybe every night, and destroying yourself because it's Christmas. Yeah. And now's the time for chill.
Also, I think another aspect is that everyone goes back to work and it's New Year, so everyone's expected to feel really energized to what they're gonna create in the year or whatever job you do, whatever you're gonna do. Like everyone's like, okay, like 2019, everyone's gonna like put way more work in, and then you get back and you're just like, I'm so unmotivated.
Oh my god, you can't wait for your work day to be over.
Oh my god, every hour I'm counting down.
And it'll be the same if you're at school as well.
Yeah.
I hated school in January. Everyone's just miserable.
Oh, it is. And you just feed off everyone else's misery as well.
Honestly, it's so contagious. Is that the right word? If all your friends on your WhatsApp group are saying like how shit things are,
Yeah.
you feel it too.
Yeah.
And what you really need to do to try and change that shit is like find something that's stable and that's working and really cling to it in this time of need.
Yeah.
Like I'm lucky. My relationship's like really good at the moment.
Yeah,
And he's
same.
really holding me up, and I'm fucking a bitch at the moment. I'm miserable. I'm being nasty to him, and he's just like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I'm a bitch. I'm really angry. Like, all this kind of crap.
It's so important when you're in a relationship to be able to be there for your partner when they're going through like a shitty time.
Yeah.
You can't like get annoyed at them being like bitchy or whatever, because you have to think about like what's making them feel like that.
I mean, you
and
can
just
get
be
annoyed,
there.
but you have to try and like really suck it in
That's
deep
true.
and be like, okay, like what's actually going on?
Yeah.
I'm here for you. That's how it's supposed to be
Yeah.
played. But even then, it's still like you're saying the wrong thing. Angry. It's a nightmare. And also when you're single, oh my god, it's a nightmare at this time of year for when you're single, because you see all your other friends in relationships, and you've just been with your family, or you've seen like you want someone to snuggle up with at night, and you're like, why am I still single?
Yeah, it's when it's cold you crave you just
Yes.
crave to be around people.
Exactly. In the summer,
Yeah.
you're like, fuck off. I just like I want to be out in the open in the fresh air.
Yes,
and I'm happy
exactly.
going out all the time and seeing people. But at this time of the year, you're just like, can you come over and watch films in bed with me?
Yeah, exactly. But like what we wanted to say is that it's completely normal to be feeling like this at this time of year, because I think there's a lot of like motivational stuff out there at this time of year, and it kind of makes you feel like you should be feeling like
I was gonna
really
say,
rejuvenated.
It can make you feel worse.
But exactly,
Because you're just like, oh, everyone's trying to be motivated except me. I just
Exactly.
don't want to be motivated. I feel like you just got to get through January as easy and as quickly as you possibly can make it. And if that means, you're not doing a diet and you're not going out partying and you're not taking drugs, or you are drinking just to get through it, it's worth it. I actually read on an NHS email saying, do not diet. They were saying like, don't try diet, just do healthy eating.
Yeah.
So I know that sounds really simple, but loads of people are like, I'm gonna go on a diet and try and cut out loads of stuff and try and stop eating.
No, I think it's scientifically proven that people don't stick to diets.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to change the way your habits are.
Oh,
and
yeah.
eating habits are a big part of your life. And it's actually almost impossible to break habits, and which is why no one ends up sticking to these fad diets.
So I learned recently that to break a habit, it takes 21 days. So as long as you stop drinking, there's a difference with addiction, but habit, stop smoking, stop drinking, and you manage to do it for 21 days, then it's pretty much easy from then on. And then to make a habit, so if you want to start exercising or start going on runs every day, that's 61 days, apparently.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think that's scientifically proven. There are books about it. I know that my friend's doing the 21 day stop smoking challenge, and he smokes cigarettes, like he chain smokes cigarettes, and he smokes weed as well with tobacco.
Yeah.
So he's quit them both, and
Wow.
like the physical change in him, he's like, yeah, so I'm shitting my guts out. I feel awful every day, but he says, oh, I've started to taste more, and I'm more alert, and I'm not craving a cigarette. It's just getting easier and easier, and watching him transform is quite inspiring.
Yeah, that's really good.
But he's still fucking up, and it's still hard because it's January.
Yeah, what I found really useful actually is that one of my usual routines was to go to the gym like 3 times a week, 2 at least. And like during this whole Christmas period, I didn't go for a whole month. And when I got back to work the first week, I was like, no. No, I'm not going. But I forced myself to go
Did you?
on Monday and Tuesday morning this week. I felt so good for it.
Yeah,
I was just like, that is what I need. I needed my body to I needed all those endorphins. Like it increased my mood. It boosted my mood so much.
That's
higher.
so good.
Yeah.
Because even though it's like when you trying to get yourself out of bed in the morning to get up and go to work or to do something, if you force yourself to do it, you end up being at work being like, okay, yeah, it's actually all right.
Yeah.
But when you're in that moment, like just before you're like, I really don't want to go to the gym, I'm this close to cancelling.
It's having that like 1 hour in the morning where you just like get to do like be by yourself and really like look after you. And whether that's like taking an extra long bath in the morning, getting up, doing like a little bit of yoga, or like doing some reading or some writing in the morning, maybe doing a dream journal. Having that time, personally for me, I go to the gym and I put on a podcast and
you work out to podcast.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Because it's just
I
like,
always think it's like proper like music, you're there like pumping away.
I'm just like, ooh, I like laugh to myself in the gym because I'm just listening to a podcast. Cute. And that's what gets me through the whole workout. And it really like, it's me time. And then also if I get there early enough, I can sit in the sauna for 5 minutes afterwards.
And also this like New Year's resolution thing. I swear someone just made that bullshit up to try and get you to pay to go to a class somewhere.
Yeah.
Because New Year's resolutions are really hard. Like I think I always say, oh yeah, this year I'm going to do like an acting class or an improv class.
Yeah.
And I never do it. And I feel like there's no point forcing yourself. I mean, there is a point forcing yourself to do something you don't want to do, but just trying to make life easier for yourself.
Yeah. Well, the reason that I made myself go to the gym this week is because I know that I enjoy it when I get there.
Yeah.
And it is something that I really enjoy doing, and I know that it makes me feel better. I'm not like just like torturing myself just because of New Year's. Like the gym was part of my routine anyway.
I've definitely cut down on my drinking and drugging quite a lot. Yeah.
How has that made you feel? Like it's probably worse to start off with, right?
Yeah, I feel like shit at the moment, but it's not like a choice. Like I don't really want to do it, which is nice.
Yeah.
You know, I've stopped completely drinking throughout the week. Apart from actually the other day I had a cocktail. I'm not telling myself that I'm not allowed to do things if an opportunity arises where I do fancy a cocktail or I am going to go to a party, because also everyone's born in January and everyone has their birthdays. We were just talking about how many people we know who have their birthdays this month.
Crazy.
Yeah, and everybody is skint. Like everyone has so little money, they don't know what to do with themselves. They're just like spunked it all on Christmas.
I know. It's crazy. Like I am doing dry January, but
That's amazing.
Only because I'm not like forcing myself to. Like I drank so much over Christmas that I was like, I actually like physically feel repulsed by it.
Yes. I
like
think
I
that's
don't
normally what happens.
want to.
I also think do it if you want to do it, because that will work so much better than if you feel like you're doing it because you have to.
Exactly.
Or, oh, I should give it up because I drink too much. Or I feel like you should just be like, okay, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to give up smoking. I'm ready to go to the gym more or eat less or whatever. I
think like the best thing, like the best way to cope with January is making sure it's all about you, making sure you're having me time.
Yeah.
And like, okay, it's fine to go home after work and not go out and just like sit and binge watch Netflix.
Yeah. If you don't like me time, then giving special time to your partner, your friends and your family can also really help you get through, because you need people and you need support. Even if it's just messaging someone, texting someone, be like, I feel like shit. Yeah, so do I,
Yeah, and if like you are living alone or something like that, then you need to like reach out to people, and there will be other people feeling exactly the same way you are. Also, a good idea is like getting on those dating apps and just like communicating with other people.
Yeah, just realising that you're not the only one.
Exactly.
I know that surrounding yourself with positivity is good. Having stuff to look forward to is also really important.
Yeah, I've seen like loads of holiday adverts at the moment, and I was like, actually like booking a holiday this time of year is actually a really good idea, because then you'll have something to look forward to.
If you have the money, definitely. You don't even need to book it. You don't have to put money down. Just
decide that you're going to do it.
Yeah, just like plan out a week. Like when I get the money, I'm going to go on that week. Or you know, this year I'm definitely going to go to Prague or to the US. Or I think that's really important. Stuff to look forward to is good. And also washing your hands of any negativity that you've had to deal with last year. Because negativity...
Don't bring any of it into the new year.
Like, negativity can bring you down and you can get really badly affected by it. I'm gonna go back to therapy because my anxiety is getting a little bit out of control, and I don't really want to go back and pay for therapy, but I know it's gonna be so good.
It's so useful, and I'm really, really happy that I still am seeing my therapist.
Yeah.
Because it's just so good to have someone during this time of year that you can chat to. I'm actually talking to my therapist in a couple of weeks about when we're gonna stop doing therapy.
You're ready. The time has come.
The time is coming.
Oh shit, that's really good. And then you can nicely round it off. That's always so nice.
We should do another video on therapy.
We should, because we love therapy, and we would recommend anyone who feels sad more than 3 times a week, who cries regularly, who feels shit about themselves, who has no self-esteem, who doesn't believe they're worthwhile. There's so many reasons to go and speak to someone, a professional.
And it's so useful. And also, don't get put off by the first session, because it's like the first session is really like unlikely to help you at all.
So weird, and you always just think like, why the fuck am I here? You're bullshit, I don't get this, I don't understand. Or you think like, why the fuck am I paying for this?
Exactly.
And you walk away from it feeling really weird, like, what was that?
Yeah.
It's definitely, therapy works way better after like maybe a couple of months of sessions, and then you can look back and see what the difference it has made, even if it is small. As long as it's a small difference, it's so worth it.
I also think like this time of year it's good to focus on all the positive things that are going on in your life, like,
and in the world.
Exactly. Just like, instead of like all this news about like Brexit and global warming, like obviously those are really important things that are happening, but it doesn't do well for yourself to dwell on those things. Think about like all the great friends that you have, all the family that are there, like all those support systems that you do have, and like appreciate what you have, because so many people don't. And I think also we're always thinking about like what we want. We like, we're very like money driven, and we want like,
oh my god, it's all that
we
money.
want to like live here, we want to go on all these holidays. But think about like, actually you live where you do, and it's really nice. You're able to like buy certain things, you're able to go out to the cinema, go like get drinks, like anything that you are able to do, just appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Even if that is just watching Netflix at home.
Exactly. If you have any tips for getting through the January blues, please comment them below, because it'll be so helpful for other people to see.
Yeah, it really is. Everyone gains strength from something, and something different as well. So if there's anything we haven't mentioned, what helps you, let us know. Get your inspiration from other people's comments as well, because like, we're only just 2 girls with 2 voices. There might be something out there that's like quite like, especially for men, we can't talk for men, and what gets them going, and what gets them excited, or like, I'm gonna go for something stereotypical and be like, joining a boxing class,
Actually, I do Muay Thai and I love it. Every Wednesday I go to a Muay Thai class, and it's been so good. I really recommend doing martial arts, actually.
Or at any class that's outside of work, having something on the go, that you're not just like, it's not just like dreary, go to work, go home, that's it. Breaking up your week. My time must be so good.
It's really good. Gets that stress out.
All right then, guys. Well, we will see you next week, and hopefully feeling a lot better.
Bye. Go check out our new podcast, Fucks Given.
We have a guest on each week to discuss the fucks that made us, or changed our life, or, gave us an epiphany.
Listen on Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Acast,
and Google Play.
and more. Don't forget to leave us a review and subscribe to the podcast.
#FucksGiven.